help the government measure how effective its policies and services are for disabled people. A comprehensive and robust evidence base is a vital foundation for good policymaking. Over time, the government has improved its data collection and evaluation. But we recognise that there is still further to go, and we want to build on the progress that has already been made. The Life Opportunities Survey, which ran from 2009 to 2014, looked at the life experiences of disabled and non-disabled people. Since this survey ended, there has been no regular and robust government data on a broad range of issues affecting disabled people. An assessment of equalities data carried out by the Office for National Statistics, ONS, has identified gaps in the quality, quantity and coverage of UK data on disability. These gaps include consistent definitions of disability and impairment, and a lack of data and evidence on specific areas, such as crime and safety. Government evidence and evaluation of disabled people often focuses on outcomes. These outcomes can include the final result of a policy area or service, such as employment or a degree. While this information can be useful, it does not give the complete picture of the impacts of issues on disabled people. This information is also not always collected in a way that allows broad comparisons to be made. The wider disability evidence base is inconsistent. It does not provide the evidence needed to effectively develop and assess policies and services. In the consultation, DU proposed to develop a programme to improve disability evidence and data across the government. We also proposed exploring creating a set of indicators to assess how effective government policies and services are. These would measure effectiveness based on the things that matter to disabled people. We recognise that the data may show a mixed picture. However, the most important thing is to have a clear, accurate understanding of the issues affecting disabled people. Only by properly understanding their problems and experiences can the government identify the most appropriate solutions. Summary of consultation findings. 90% of respondents agreed with this proposal. And this support was also reflected in discussions at consultation events. People particularly welcomed the focus on disabled people's experience and looking at what matters most to disabled people. Many respondents highlighted the importance of research and data that was informed by people's experiences. Some event participants also raised the benefits of employing disabled researchers on this work. These findings highlighted that research informed by disabled people's experience is vital for developing policies and services that are effective and based on evidence. Respondents also said this type of research can be useful for evaluating initiatives, for example, allowing people to consider the impact of a policy or service on disabled people's quality of life or day-to-day interactions. Respondents thought policy evaluation should include issues such as the impact on people's self-worth, happiness, loneliness, and quality of life. There was support for the government to undertake annual disability surveys. These would aim to better understand disabled people's outcomes and barriers. It was suggested that research should include insights from people who cannot respond to surveys. It was important to represent the diversity of disabled people's experiences in research and policy development. Respondents also highlighted that new research should build on existing data. It should not come at the expense of addressing data gaps that had already been identified. DU will therefore take forward the following actions in this area. These build on commitments in the National Disability Strategy to make the UK government's evidence on disability stronger. Action 22. DU will develop a framework of evaluation and work. With other government departments on a set of indicators to measure how effective policies and services are for disabled people. Action 23. DU will work with other departments to improve the quality and comparability of their existing disability data. This builds on the commitment in the National Disability Strategy to lead a multi-year programme to improve government disability data. Action 24. DU will explore steps to set up a new survey on disabled people to address gaps in evidence. Action 25. DU will continue to improve the government's understanding of the experiences of disabled people. It will do this by using insights from qualitative research to make government data on disabled people more relevant. Disability Unit.